Hey, welcome to CC's Coos and Concerns. First of all, let me start by um, giving a special thank you to my son, Christopher Thomas. Last week, as you guys may notice, I don't know how I'm saying this, but as you may know, I gave away a $50 Visa gift card, and Chris won. It wasn't set up or anything. He just was the one who listened to that saying, like I say. I seen that it was a lot of people. I ain't gonna say a real lot, but it was. People told me that they were listening, but they was just scared to chat in. So do me a favor, if you listening to me right now, just go ahead and just say hi. So I could not acknowledge you and say hi to you. You don't have to ask a question if you don't want to, or just say hi so I can see who's out there supporting me. Another thing too, I got a lot of feedback. A lot of people was texting me and calling me and telling me how much they enjoy the show. So I wanted to give a thank you for all that. I'm at about 21 subscribers. Some people probably sitting here saying, here she go with her, talking about her views and her subscribers. But you know what? 21 people like my show and they want to hear it. And, my views has been, I check my views mostly every day. And like I say, if you just popping in for a second, or if you watching the whole episode, which is no longer than between 16 to 40 minutes, I appreciate that. Today is my 6th episode, second time I'm live, and I'm really enjoying it. But today is going to be a little different. I had a lot of people who was reaching out to me and telling me, they know about CC's Coos and Concerns, but they really don't know too much about me. So I'm just going to give a little. The people who, of course, who grew up with me or my family, they know me, but some of you guys have no idea who CC is. So I'm going to give you a little rundown. My name is Cynthia Colward. I was born and raised here in Las Vegas. I have one sister. I am the oldest. Actually, on both sides of my family, I am the oldest grandchild I'm the oldest on both sides of my family. That's kind of rare for you to be the oldest on both sides. I have one son. I just mentioned him. His name Chris. What else can I tell you guys about me? Not to give out too much information. I was looking today, and I noticed that we're gonna be having our 35th class reunion. I went to El Dorado. I graduated from El Dorado High School, and this year we'll be celebrating the Big 3-5. And it's funny because I've never ever went to a reunion, but I'm looking forward to this one. So I hope somebody's out there putting together the Big 3-5, or if we just gonna wait for the 4-0. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a little information about myself. Before we get started, let me just explain to you. I'm gonna ask that make sure you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost to hit it. That way when I do go live, you'll get a notification. Also, I was thinking today I'm not gonna really do any concerns. Today I'm gonna keep it at a positive atmosphere. It's been a lot going on in my life and in different people and stuff. And you know what? I didn't really want to do any negativity today, but next week we will get back to the concerns. But today I'm just going to mention a couple of cools, and I just want to keep it kind of on a positive note. Like I say, it's been a lot happening with my friends and stuff. A lot of things going on in the world that's not good. So I thought I would just keep it a little, just bring some good cheer instead of talking about some concerns. But anyway, with that said, what was I going to say? Well, I was going to turn it over to my business partner, Jerome from the Barsu podcast, to tell you guys how you can, if you want to do a show here, and how you can get a backdrop, and how you could come over here and do a show and stuff. But I'm gonna wait a. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. He was over there eating and drinking, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to him before I get back.
No, I'm not on camera. You don't have to throw me under the bus.
He's not drinking. He's just drinking a soda. No, he's not. Even though it's called Jarreau Barsu, but he was just drinking a soda.
Right on. But okay, so if you want to have a show here, what we're doing is a $50 setup fee. That includes setting up your YouTube page, setting up your backdrop, just your overall scene, how your show looks, setting up all of that, and then yes, $25 per episode. We're saying about an hour, an hour or less, maybe a little more, but not much. As far as for 25, and then we're not locking you into a day or anything like that. It's kind of first come, first serve. If you would like to, say, for instance, you want every Wednesday at 5:00 for the next month, you can block that off in advance. You know what I mean? It's just $25 an episode, or you could just pay the $25 for that following Wednesday, and so on and so forth. You don't have to do 4 shows a month. You could do 1 show a month, 2, 3, whatever it is. It's just not locked in. It's first come, first serve. And once you pay that one-time $50 setup fee, then you'll have the template for everything. So anytime you're ready to shoot, it's just $25. So that's what it is. And if you are interested in that, you can send the email to barstoolpodcast702@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. That's Jarreau, JARREAU 702 on Instagram, and we'll put it together. We'll meet up and show you the facility, and then go from there. That's about it.
Okay. Thank you. So anyway, before we get started, next week, a few people has been reaching out to me to come on the show and, be my guest. So next week, actually the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have a couple of guests next week. They're going to come on and talk about marriage. And then the following week, I have someone who's going to come on and talk about, he's actually a teacher at my school. He's going to talk about the workout he works out, health and stuff like that. If you interested in coming and sit with me and talk, just let me know. Like I say, these, my show is basically designed for me just to talk and tell you about the coups and, the good things, the bad things that's happening that I see. But if you interested in coming and sit with me and talk to me about different things, you're more than welcome. Just reach out to me, and I'll get you on the show. But anyway, with that said, let's get started with, like I said, I'm only doing a couple of cools because I'm going to make this kind of a really short episode today. And let's just see how I go. So let's start with the cools.
All right. Your first cool is Easter egg hunt.
Easter egg hunt. I'm sure you guys know a few episodes ago, I told you guys I work for the school district. I work at Clyde Cox. And last Saturday, we had an Easter egg hunt. We had so much fun. I've been at the school for over 20 years, and I would say probably for the last 5 or 6 years, I haven't really had time to be involved with anything that happened after school and stuff like this, because with me working Safekey until 6:00, I didn't have time. But today, last week we had it on a Saturday, and it was really fun. The kids came out, the parents. We had the staff. We had shirts. I was one of the volunteers. A couple of the teachers made shirts and stuff. the kids really enjoyed themselves. And what I was basically trying to tell you guys is, um, I don't know if you ever, I'm sure a lot of people, you work at places and you got those one or few people who is negative, and sometimes negativity can just bring up down the whole morale of the school. But when we was there on Saturday, like I say, I basically don't really hang around none of the volunteers, none of the teachers and stuff. So, but that Saturday that we were there, we was, cooking pancakes, eggs. The kids was coloring, we was out there mingling with the parents and, with the students. I had like 3 of my students from my class were there, and when I walked in, it's like they ran over to me. They was happy to see me, and stuff like that was really touching, because when I grew up, I don't know, maybe you guys remember this. When I grew up, I never thought that my teacher, if you seen your teacher in the store, you didn't think they shop, you didn't think they eat or anything like that. You basically just know they just come to class. So just getting that love from the few students that did come to the Easter egg hunt, it was, it was just a good feeling all around. Because like I said, when I was growing up, when I seen my teacher outside of the classroom, I was like, oh my God, oh, there go my teacher. I didn't know she shopped. I didn't know she go to restaurants and stuff like that. And in my case, I work right in my neighborhood. So kids always recognizing me if I run to the store, or if I'm outside doing yard work, or if I'm out, bringing groceries in. They always come up to me and speak to me, and, like, is that Miss Cynthia? Is that Miss Cynthia? So what I'm trying to say is, Saturday Easter egg hunt was really, it got me in a different place. It got me feeling like this is where I want to be, and I'm definitely going to retire, but I know I can at least do another 5 years at Cox. Hopefully I'll do another 5 years at Cox. But like I said, it was just a nice Saturday. We started about, we got there about 7:30, and by the time the parents and stuff came at 9, we was done at 11. So we still had our whole Saturday left. So what I'm trying to say is, we had an Easter egg hunt, and I really enjoyed myself.
I know. The second cool, or the first cool, is photo patch.
Photo patch. Okay. Photo patch. The other day I was, like I say, when a lot of this stuff I get from the news, I'll be looking at Facebook, and like I say, I'm constantly looking on my phone to see what's going on in the world. My business partner, he asked me the other day, do I find myself, looking more in the news? And, since I started this podcast, I feel like every time I get a second, I'm going through the news and see what I can, tell you guys what's going on, and, just see how I'm following everything. It's like, I think I got so much in my brain that it's so, and I have to write everything down, that sometimes it gets hard. So I'm going to try to start like narrow it down to basically sticking to like one topic, every week and stuff. But anyway, photo patch. I was looking at a guy by the name of Antoine Patton. He was on the Steve Harvey show with his daughter. He was in prison for 8 years, and at the time that he went to prison, his daughter was very young, and the only way he can basically communicate when she got older was through letters. But because it was so hard for her to write, because she was so young, he was thinking like, what can I do? So when he was in prison, he did he did go to school. He got a degree, and he ended up learning coding. And basically what that is you can upload pictures, and you type a letter. And what Antoine Patton and his daughters is doing is they have an app. They invented an app where if your dad or somebody or your mom or somebody was in prison, you can upload the pictures and you can also type a letter. And with this app, once you do those two things, but you still have to have the address of the prison and all the information so the letter could get to the right inmate. And what you do, once you get all that into the computer, you hit the send button and it goes to their headquarters. And they put together the letter for you. So even if you got you could ask your 3-year-old daughter, what do you want to say to daddy? Tell daddy I love you, love him, and stuff like that. And somebody can type that and send pictures. So anyway, once you hit the send button, it goes to their headquarters. And they put the letter together, they put the photos together, and they put it in the envelope, and they send it like it was a mailed letter. Even though you're typing and stuff, it's more like, it was just amazing for me when I was just, like I say, when my dad just passed away a year ago. Anytime I see anything with a father and daughter thing, it does something to me. But anyway, she's 13 now, so they was sitting there, talking to Steve Harvey about it. So anyway, once you hit the button and it goes to where the headquarters, they're gonna put it together and then they'll mail it. And the good thing about this, it doesn't cost anything. The way they keep it going is they get donations from the community. And when he said that, it got me wondering, like, I need to find out where this is at, because I would really love to donate, so it, could keep it going. And Steve Harvey said, what do you want people to know about this? He said, even though you're not paying anything, he used the term pay it forward. Everybody know what that basically, in other words, if you, like I say, I've been to the store and I've been behind somebody who didn't have enough money or something, and I helped them out, and they asked me, they thank me and say, what can I do to, repay you? I just always say, help somebody that, need help, So what I'm saying is, now they go over around the world and they help people. They teach classes online and in person, and it's a duo, the dad and the 13-year-old daughter. And Steve thought she was just learning. She like surprised him and say, no, I teach the class of coding. They use the term coding. So, I thought that was really, for, like I said, with my dad passing away, anything that has anything to do with a father and daughter thing, it really touched my heart. So I kind of want to give a shout out to that, because it was, pretty cool, So anyway, with that said, like I say, it's going to be a pretty short episode. Like I said, it's a lot of things that's happening, a lot of my friends, experiencing some bad times right there today and stuff like that. So like I say, I want to keep it a positive, upbeat, have fun, tell some positive stuff, not negative. I'll be back next week, definitely, with my guests. And like I say, they're going to, actually it's going to be my sister and my aunt. My sister's been married over 25 years. To my brother-in-law, and my aunt, she's been married a few years to my uncle. So they're going to be on here talking about marriage. But let me explain something to you. I ain't going to let them go hard in on my brother-in-law and my uncle. So I'm kind of be there to defend them, even though they ain't going to be here, because, I don't know if a lot of you guys can relate to this, but my sister and her husband been, like I say, married over 25 years, and me and my brother-in-law have never had a falling out, a disagreement, or anything. And you know what? You probably like, it's rare, because, people get into people business and stuff, we kind of, joke when my sister be in one of her moments, and he'll look at me and I'll look at him, and we'll just like shake our head, like give her moment and stuff like that. So like they're gonna come on here, and I think another one of my aunts probably gonna be joining us too, and she's been married for a while too. So it's gonna be real. I think it's gonna be like kind of like a family reunion type thing, but we ain't, like I say, I'm gonna let them talk, but also I'm gonna be defending my brother-in-law and my uncle. So we'll see how that go. But with that said, let me see what else I was gonna talk to you guys about. Did you have any questions for me or anything?
I just, because you threw me under the bus, I wanted to say the real reason you want to cut it short is because you're hungry.
Because I'm what?
Because you're hungry.
Yes, I'm definitely hungry. I haven't actually, to be honest with you guys, I haven't been feeling good for the last couple of days, so I haven't really been eating. Today, well, actually 2 hours ago is the first time I got my appetite back and I'm able to eat. So I walked in the studio with a pizza, my favorite Domino's thin crust pizza, and it's to my right, and I'm smelling it and I'm looking at it, and I'm hungry. So but seriously, I actually wasn't gonna do the show today. I was just gonna just come back next week, but I want to keep the flow going. Some days it's gonna be a longer show. Some days I might get on here and just say hi, tell you guys I'm still here, and just something real quick. But anyway, there will be, I talked to somebody, I will be having another giveaway next week. I will be sending out, actually I'm going to ask my business partner, since we all know Jerome from the Barstool Podcast, he does wonderful flyers and stuff. If you guys didn't know that, he does. So if you ever needed a flyer done, the prices are wonderful, because personally I think he undercharged, but I get what he's talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna have him put together a flyer for me. So next week, starting probably Monday, I'm gonna be letting you guys know what the giveaway is. And like I said, you don't have to ask any questions. Just I'll be letting you guys know what you're gonna be looking for, how you can win. I might just say, and if I'm on here for 6 minutes, when it gets to 10 minutes, if you're the first person to say something to me in 10 minutes, you win the prize. I won't tell you what the prize is because I'm putting it together right now. But like I say, last week, I gave away a $50 Visa gift card, and I thought my son was gonna be like, "That's okay, Mom." He was excited. He took that gift card and he spent it. So, and I enjoyed it. It was good. Actually, on my views the week before that I was doing this giveaway, I had over 100 views. And like I say, I'm into views. I don't care if you turn it on for 1 minute. I don't care if you turn it on for 2 minutes. It still counts. So I'm just into it. Like I said, I hope you can hit that subscribe button. Like I say, a lot of my friends been reaching out to me, not knowing that I'm doing a podcast and stuff. So, and they've been giving me the love and support. I'm a little rough around the edges, but, I'm getting better. And like next week, when I start having guests, here for, I think it's going to be a little better. That way I'll be talking to somebody, even though I'm talking to my business partner, Jerome, but he kind of sitting here looking at me today. He ain't really asking too many questions. I guess because I really didn't have any concerns. So it's been a positive upbeat.
Yeah, everything's been pretty straightforward.
Yeah. And also earlier today, he had his own podcast. So,
yeah.
But
I was going to tell you, I'm a little over 2 years in. We just realized, so today was number 73 that we shot in this studio. As far as this show, and the last couple shows been, not on my guest's part, but on my part, been super rough around the edges, because a little heavy on the drinking, a little heavy on the Yeah, smoking and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
it's you got time to get better.
Yeah. So you say you this was your today was what
It's number 73 in here.
today we made 73. Oh
Yeah.
God, I can't believe it. When is our year?
May.
May. So
Yeah.
May. So we've been here for a year in May.
Yeah.
And 73. God, it don't even seem like 73 people walked up in here.
Nope, I couldn't even.
Gosh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And here I am sounding like I'm interviewing him on his podcast. It's y'all probably like, who is she? It's amazing. Who is she talking to? But it's kind of cool that I'm sitting here talking. I'm looking at him. I see him.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear him, but I'm actually looking at him. So we having this conversation. But when you got how many subscribers you had when you first got up in here?
Like 40 something.
Yeah, and what you at now?
Like 138 or something.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, you looking at like 138. Shit, I'm excited with 21. So I can't wait,
I mean, even that's just late. I mean, I got to definitely get better with promoting it. I'm trying to think of some ways, and all that. But who knows how all that stuff goes. It takes time.
Yeah, and you know what? Hitting that subscribe button, I look at a lot of stuff on my phone and stuff, and I be all up into things. And to hit that subscribe button, it's like, I don't know why you don't want to hit it because, like he always say, it doesn't cost anything. You just get notifications. And I know it could get a little irritating if you subscribe to something and they always coming in and stuff. But my podcast is only done every once a week. So you basically wouldn't be getting a lot of notifications from me, which you probably should hit that subscribe button because when I start doing giveaways, outside of my podcast, I might like wake up one morning and say, oh, I'm gonna give away a $25 gift card to so-and-so if you one of my subscribers. So, like I say, hit the subscribe button. And like I say again, I thank everybody who, reach out to me and, telling me how much they enjoy my podcast. One more thing, I'm gonna put Jerome on. It's so hard for me to call him Jerome because I'm used to him being Jeremy to me. But I'm supposed to be looking at my merchandise right now because, guys, I will have T-shirts like I'm wearing now in different colors with the logo. And I'm going to have loose tank tops and fitted tank tops. It's only going to be like 3 different things that's going to be on my website. And it's going to be in different colors. We got the summer coming up, so I definitely want to do the white, pink, those type of colors, and like the tanks. And I just want to keep it simple. And I know my aunt, I promise you're going to get your shirts. She always got love for me anytime I go on. Instead of liking, she always be doing the hearts and stuff like that. I'm definitely going to get you your shirts. But he's going to get that website up for me, the merchandise, because, he's been a little busy. So, I ain't going to sweat it. Because once he get going, he's going to work hard. I think he should have had it up today, but I didn't ask him about it. It's probably up right now.
Nah.
Oh, okay. It's not.
By the time I got here and then he got here. Then,
that's all right. Anyway, so I'm going to have just basically tees. I'm going to have some tees like this, the ones that I have on with the, I don't know if I'm going to do the V-neck. I doubt it. I'm not sure.
I'll tell you like this. There's no way you're going to do another show without this website.
And we'll be able to show them the website? Or they'll be able to stroll
By the time you do the next one, it'll be up and running.
Okay, so you know how your show is? Where you got your little T-shirts popping in and out on there. They'll be able to see my T-shirts with the colors and stuff.
We'll put it all together.
Okay. You guys, y'all heard it.
Yeah.
What time is it?
By the next show?
7:04. He said at 7 o'clock, he said that by my next show, you guys will be able to see the shirts and stuff. So support us because, like I say, that supporting us, buying the merchandise and stuff, that goes into like us keeping our studio and, being able to come to you guys every week. In my case, every week. In his case, he comes at least 2 or 3 times a week. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys I appreciate you listening. I'm sorry that if some of you guys tune in just to hear me kind of bitch about some stuff. Like I said, a lot of things been happening this week, so I kind of wanted to keep it a little positive, you know, like, but I'll be back next week, because believe me, let me tell you guys, I got some shit to tell y'all, especially about y'all know that attorney, the prosecutor who was on the O.J. Simpson trial. Well, you know, he defending the bastard, and I'm not going to even mention his name, but I'll be telling y'all about that. I got some more stuff on that admission scandal. Unfortunately, I'm going to give you this little tidbit before I leave. I don't understand why people don't take the first plea deal. Because when you hold off and you listen to your lawyer and you hold off, they add more, you can get more, you know, it could get worse. Sometimes if you know you did it, sometimes it's easier just to plead guilty and take your punishment instead of sitting there pleading like you don't want to take a deal. So I'm just going to tell you, I'll be telling you guys about what went down with that. One of the actors, she did take the plea deal. So I think she was she was very smart to take it, even though she's going to be doing prison time. But, you know, 4 months versus 40 years I think that's it's a good turnaround. But anyway, I'll be telling you about what I learned about that. And also, I'll be talking about R. Kelly. I'm not going to even tell you what happened at his, you know, his show. So his little show he did. So I'll tell you about that next week. Like I say, I got my notes here, and I was getting ready to go in hard, but like I say, it's been a lot of stuff going down this week. And like I say, I just want to keep it positive and have a good vibe today. So with that said, I'm going to, tell you guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Definitely join me next week. And so long.
Right on.